Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This is my first attempt at a vlog style format of our trip to Carmel before I get into the actual Carmel journal spreads, which are going to be about at the 6-minute mark. We got coffee and some brunch at one of my favorite restaurants in Carmel called Stationery. I know, it's an apt name. Stationery with an A and an E. And they also sell some really cute stickers and pins. This day we were going shopping, and my main goal is to show you all of the stationery shops in Carmel, which there are quite a few that sell cards and goodies. This one is called Host House, and they had a good collection of Valentine's cards, home goods, they specialize in like cocktails and drink making. And so I did end up buying a couple of little Valentine's Day cards, but I would highly recommend this one. We walked over to the main Carmel Plaza, which is a collection of just really great shops and restaurants, and my first stop was at House of Cardoon. They are actually moving to a new location, which I'll show, but they specialize in home decor, and they're walking into their shop is like an explosion of color. They also have a lot of like cards and paper and notebooks and notepads and that kind of thing, and they source it from all over, and I find that their collection and curation is really amazing. Here's their new shop, and oh my gosh, it is amazing. They love lavender, and here I'm looking at some cards on the tables and in the nooks and crannies. These are from Scout Editions, which if you haven't heard of that brand, it is really cute. So I ended up picking up these two and then just peruse through the shop, which they also have some kids items and art. Then I headed over to The Pleasure of Writing, which they were having a special event with David Oscarson pens. His pens are stunningly beautiful, but very, very, very expensive. So it was nice to just see them up close and personal because they're made of glass, completely of glass, and they're very heavy. So it was nice. And The Pleasure of Writing is a great one-stop shop for fountain pen lovers. They also have a collection of stationery, journals, fountain pen friendly papers. So I would highly, highly recommend going here if you're in Carmel. They have a wealth of knowledge, and they carry Kawecos, pilots, etc. Carmel is such a cute town, and so I always go to Blackbird, which is another just like home goods shop, and they had some really cute art cards that I picked up, and I took a look at some of their other cards. And then I was also mostly interested in Somewhere in Carmel, which is the newest stationery shop in Carmel. They have a huge card selection. They have tons of notepads and boxed cards and other stationery, and so this is always a good place to get cards and stickers. I think I bought like 10 stickers here, and they're all like Carmel themed, so that was really fun. We kept walking around, and it was nearing the end of the day at this point. My other favorite shop to peruse in is Elizabeth W. She carries a lot of brands like Mindy Carpenter, E. Francis, Slightly Stationery, and downstairs she has a lot more cards and just other stationery goods. So this is definitely like a must go. She also has a lot of like Carmel specific stationery and postcards. By this point we were checking into our hotel. They had this amazing vintage letterbox, which apparently is still functional, so I'm testing that theory. I put some postcards in there, and our hotel was relatively old, but very nice, and we had an ocean view from our room, which was so lovely, and the sunset tonight was incredible. I had a little letter writing station and journal station, and here's the sunset. Usually there's a lot of cloud cover, so it was nice. This is the next morning. We woke up, and my husband went golfing, and I went down to the beach, which was so nice, and they have this really beautiful beach walk up top, and it's just a trail, and they have tons of seating, cypress trees, dogs are everywhere. It's a really dog friendly town, so I walked along that before heading heading up to Carmel Mission, which is kind of where I've never been before, and so I wanted to check it out. Here's the visitor's entrance, and then I headed in to check out the preserved rooms in the Carmel Mission. They had some really cool artifacts, like the oldest Bible in California, and they had a lot of just like really beautiful objects, and like most missions, the architecture and the colonial style is the same. They had a beautiful courtyard and a really pretty fountain. So I took the brochure from this, and I'm going to journal with it, which you'll see later in the video. But it was getting really cold at this point, so I headed back towards the town. And so that's where I'll leave you. But I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the stationery shops in Carmel. Hey everyone, it's Michaela, and thank you so much for being here for another video. I thought I would walk you through some of my journal spreads from Carmel, from our little trip to Carmel, which was so fun, and it's one of my favorite places to go. So if you're not familiar, Carmel-by-the-Sea is a really small, quaint, cottage-style town on the coast in Monterey and Big Sur area, and so it's really pretty. My husband and I got engaged there. We got married there. I've been going to Carmel with my parents for my entire life, just for weekend trips, and it's such a unique little town. It has like a storybook fairy tale vibe to it, and it's right on the ocean, and the Carmel beach is dog friendly, so there's like lots of dogs, and it's a big golf destination, and the town itself is pretty small. So there's always like stuff to do. It's very walkable. We always stay downtown, and then I walk to all the shops and all the galleries, and there's wine tastings, and it's just like a perfect place to be. So with that, I did journal about the trip and I'm sure you saw all of my previous vlog videos, so you kind of got the vibes. And I walked through some of the stationery shops that I visited while I was there. So I also show the stationery that I got in Carmel. I am a big postcard and letter writer, so I picked up a few things. So I'll start with these postcards first. So these postcards are from an artist named Mindy Carpenter, and she runs Carpe Diem papers, and she's a painter, and then she makes really cute postcards and note cards from her work. She also makes envelopes too. So I picked up a few of these, put some stamps on them, and I didn't manage to send these out, but I'll send them next time I'm in Carmel. At Carmel Drugstore, they have these amazing like vintage inspired or found image postcards. So these are really nice. An old view of the town. And then I also picked up this really cute card from Sweet Bippy Press, and it's kind of an abstract look at the town. Over here there's a mission, California Mission, and then there's lots of golf, and this is 17 Mile Drive, which is a very scenic drive that everyone should take because it's beautiful. I also picked up some art cards from Blackbird, which is a really sweet shop in Carmel. And now onto the journals. So I'm drinking coffee. I still have a little bit of it left. Hopefully you have a cozy beverage as well. Okay, I'll start with my planner, and I honestly, when I was on the trip, I was kind of neglecting some of the spreads, so I don't think they're all the way filled out yet. Well, this one is, but this is the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. So we left for Carmel on Saturday, and I normally in my planner, because I'm not really like planning anything, I only have like minimal to-dos, and so I just kind of decorated this with ephemera that I had from the trip. I bought this sticker at a shop called Somewhere in Carmel. I got this from the brochure from the Carmel mission, and then yeah, just wrote a couple little anecdotes. And then this is from this past week. So we came back on Monday, and then I started reading, Onyx Storm. I started doing some things this week, and this doesn't have any Carmel specific ephemera in it, but yeah. So the planner, I did take it with me, but I didn't use it a ton. And also this cover is from the Superior Labor, and it's in brown. And I love it because it fits the take-a-note so well. And I would say my planner's still going strong for January. So I'm pretty pleased with how it's shaping up. This is a look at the monthly spread, and I'm doing a mood log down the left-hand side. So yeah, that is the planner. I'll toss this one to the side, and we can move into my main journal, which this is a Sterling ink common planner, and the cover is from Hobonichi from last year, I believe. Gotta get my coffee out of the way. And I'll start with the weekly spread. So we left for Carmel on the 18th, so I tried to save a lot of space, so I didn't fill this out right away. But I was kind of going with this like more blue or more neutral theme, and I received a bunch of the hours stuff on I think Thursday and Friday, and oh my gosh, I love the new collection. It's called The Gift and the Gallery, I believe. It is really cute, so I had to put that in there. This is another sticker from the collection. And then this sticker, which is holographic, is from the same shop I mentioned. It's called Somewhere in Carmel, and so this sticker was just perfect. In the mornings, there's a lot of surfers that head out to Carmel Beach, and these are cypress trees, and it's so fun to watch them. And so this sticker felt very at home here. This spread is when I came back, and so this is not really Carmel related, but I went kind of with a more orangey vibes. And you can kind of see what I've been up to. Definitely reading Onyx Storm. And now we can get into the main spreads that I have worked on. And I did these while we were in Carmel, and that was important to me just because I like to use ephemera from like right when I get there. And so I did these at night, probably, like 9 or 10 p.m. after the day was over. And what I really like about the Sterling ink common planner is that it's undated. So I can use, for example, I did a whole page, or I did half a page here, half a page here. So this is 4 pages on a, 2-day spread kind of thing. And then this is 1 day across a full 2 pages, which is really nice. And I mean, obviously the ephemera takes up the majority of it, but yeah, I just find it really flexible. And I also got this sticker from the same shop. I feel like this shop is getting a lot of attention now because I bought so much stickers there. These stickers are from Everyday Explorers. This is the same Hours collection. And I also went to a really cool event at The Pleasure of Writing, and so I wrote about that here, and you will see it in the vlog portion as well. So the next day, we grabbed some pastries, and I took the ephemera off of the pastry container, and then I went on a really long walk, and I ended up at the Carmel mission, and we got a brochure, and I walked around the mission for a little bit, and it was really beautiful. It was a sunny day, but it was very cold, so I only stayed for a little bit, and then I headed out. But it was a really good day as well. We got some really good food at a new restaurant that we hadn't tried, and yeah. So I kept up the two-page one-day spread. And then this is the day we came home. And we did basically the same thing. We got some, bakery items, coffee, and then my husband and I went on a long walk down to the beach, which I had done the day before by myself, so it was nice to do it with him. But he was golfing the day before, so yeah. So that's what I've done so far, and today is Saturday, so I haven't I haven't filled in today's journal spread. It's still pretty early. But yeah, those are the spreads I did for our like 2-night trip. And then on the monthly, which I haven't shown yet, I don't think, I just wrote like a little blurb. And on the monthly, I'm thinking this is just like kind of highlights of the month. And I'm kind of going with this like pink theme, so you kind of see it. But I'm excited with how this is turning out. The one thing I'll say about this cover is that it is a floppy cover, and the Common Planner is very floppy as well, so it's like a little bendy, but I think I'll get used to it. And the last journal I wanted to share, which I'm not like super excited about this spread, but I think it's a good example of like what I'm trying to do is, so for last week, I'm using the Hours A5 journal as kind of like a collection of ephemera and memories. And so things that I get ephemera wise that maybe I don't want to put in my journal, I'm going to put in here and maybe write a little bit of memory keeping. So this is the previous week. So you can see how this is like a lot more cohesive, and I'm following this color palette on the right hand side. And it's an opportunity to use my stickers or my washi tape or rubber stamps that I don't use very often. So it's just like a nice collage-y journal. This one, I love this spread. I haven't quite finished journaling here, but like you can see it's a cohesive, nice spread. And then this one, I was like, whoa, what happened? I got the same sticker, but this one is in blue, not holographic. And you'll notice that I actually like whited out 2 of the colors because it was just too many colors for me to adhere to. So yeah, this spread's still a little work in progress, but sometimes they don't all come out as cohesive. But I highlighted a few things. I ordered from My Documented Life for the Hours goodies, and I opened a traveler's notebook, and I had other little memories. And so I think it's nice just to have it, even if it's not perfect. So with that, thank you so much for joining me and taking a look at my journals. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.